Good day, guys. This is your friend, your personal coach, your business coach, Adrian Davis with Crown Davis Memberships. And of course, I'm here to talk about the Be Driven series. Today, we're going to be talking about birds of a feather. Now, we've heard this statement, birds of a feather flock together. All right, let's really break it down and figure out how does that work with us and our plans to move forward and to get to our goals and succeed. It really does make sense for you to know who you are. And before you sit here and try to figure out, am I right with the right people, you got to do some introspective looking onto yourself to make sure that you know who you are, and then figure out, okay, am I holding the right people? So if you know who you are, it's going to be put you that much further in the process of figuring out, okay, am I in the right environment? There's an individual by the name of Elbert Hubbard who said, man is not what he thinks he is, but what he thinks he is. Now, I know this is a play on words, so what we like to do is write that out so you can see it. It says, man is not what he thinks he is, dash, but what he thinks, comma, he is. Proverbs says it a different way. Proverbs 23:7 says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Now, why are we talking about the thinking process and all of this? Because when you start to think and you formulate in your mind this picture of yourself, you start gravitating to that person that is in your mind. You see yourself a little bit different. So, of course, if you are right there in the middle, you just mediocre, and you start thinking of yourself as a failure, you'll start accepting failure. You'll start trying to find reasons for why it validates your thought process of being a failure. But on the flip hand side, if you think of yourself as a successful person, you'll find every little piece of success that you do and that you have and that you encounter to start saying, see, this is why I'm successful. This is what I did. This is what I accomplished. So you got to see yourself in that place of where you're trying to go. Because when you do that, you identify yourself with this, then you move forward. The other part of that is who you are hanging with really does matter. You know, the company that you keep really does matter in this process of trying to figure out, am I moving up the right staircase or the right ladder? Because when we're talking about birds of a feather, they really do flock together. We really do find similar entities or people are walking together, moving together, calling each other, going to lunch with each other because they are sincere about their friendships or about the relationships that they're building. Because of this thought or this picture that you formulate in your mind as the image of yourself, you will attract a certain type of person. But on the flip hand side, you will repel another type of person. So what you want to make sure you're doing is, if you're looking at this video, you're probably a person that's trying to gather success, move towards a successful ending or finish of whatever it is. If it's one goal, if it's towards life. And so if that's the case, you got to check your surroundings to make sure that you're not attracting individuals that will repel those people that are successful or those people that can help you become successful. Because if you are attracting those individuals, you are just by default repelling those others. Now, if you want to flip it and you want to attract those people that are successful, those people that are going places, those people that can help you along the way, it's very possible that you're going to repel those individuals that want to be stagnant, those people that don't want to do anything, those people that want to be negative all the time. You'll probably repel those individuals because their characteristic is just different. It's at enmity with the other person. So the last piece of this is that you're going to have to start having courageous conversations with those individuals that you may or may not want to have that conversation with. Now, what do I mean by that? Those people that you grew up with, those people that was in your neighborhood, some family members, individuals that you went to school with, or it may just be the coworker that's in the cubicle right next to you. You're going to have to probably start having these courageous conversations that says, you know what? I can't spend as much time with you. I can't talk about these things anymore. I can't look at these particular shows anymore. I am starting to read successful books. I'm starting to invest my money in personal growth. I'm starting to do these different things. And because you do that, it probably will trigger something in that person and say, you change or you are changing. And then there is that courageous conversation that you have to have. You don't have to be mean about it. You just have to let them know, I'm moving to another place. I offer you the opportunity for you to come with me. But if you don't, I still have to go because there is a place at the successful table with my name on it. And I have to get there. Okay. You know how I like to use stories and give illustrations. So here's one. I want to give an illustration, two illustrations from two mentors. One is a Bishop Jerry Maynard. He was talking one time, and he said he was at a low point in his life, and he said that he heard an internal voice. He said the voice of God speak to him and tell him, you gotta go where the rich people are, or where the upper class people go. And he was at, in Atlanta or one of these big cities. So he had a choice of the malls or the shopping area that he was going to go to. But he chose to go, according to hearing that specific voice from God, go to one of the richest places. Now, that didn't mean that as he went there, he was going to automatically get a contract. But he made contact with certain people because he was in that particular environment. It makes a difference, the environment that you're with. I'll also give you another illustration. I met this one gentleman and we had lunch, and his name is Mark Fortune. And he spoke to me, and I really enjoyed our conversation. And he said, look, I want to get you connected with these different people and blah, 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 blah. And so I didn't hear from him for a while. And I said, well, he must have forgotten about me. So then I received a package from him, and it was nice. And so I wrote him back. I said, well, thank you for the package. I thought you forgot about me. And he responded to me. He said, you cannot be timid. If you know there are people that you need to be connected with, you cannot be timid. You have to make sure that you connect with these individuals. Now, why am I telling you these two different stories? Because it oftentimes is going to cause for you to get out of your comfort zone, for you to be able to get to your place where you need to get to. Look, guys, I want you to continue to be successful. I want you to move forward. And one of those ways of moving forward is actually changing your environment. Guys, until next time, continue to be driven, but check your feathers and the flock that you hang with. Talk to you next time.